like that go.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Mercedes Neighbors and FJ Neighbors, and today we're recording a little story time about my trip to South Carolina. So I kind of have been a little distant from YouTube, and usually each video diary, I'm talking throughout the whole thing, but it's just been a couple days without YouTube because God's taken me on this transformation and a lot is changing in my life. I feel like my soul is being spring cleaned at the moment. So I've been a little distant from YouTube and I'm not on any social media for that matter. But I wanted to come on here and document my trip to South Carolina and my car because I just felt like so many things happened physically, spiritually, just all of the above. And I want to document this. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the story time. So first of all, we were not even going to South Carolina at first. We were not even going to be there. But my family said that they were going down to South Carolina. And I was like, okay, let me text Fletcher and see if he wants to go. Because we keep on talking about one day we're going to move to South Carolina. One day we're going to move to South Carolina. This is our chance to go and see if we actually want to move to South Carolina. So last minute decision, we head back to our house, put everything that we need into the car, and leave right away. So when I tell you we did not, Fletcher had just gotten off work, we did not sleep, we hopped right into the car, and we did shifts. So I slept, then I drove, then I slept, then I drove. So every single time, it was like super fun, road trippy vibes, and FJ slept the entire ride, right? So finally, it's my turn to sleep. We stop at this gas station, and I switch spots with Fletcher to take a nap, and it's his turn. He had been sleeping the whole time. And we had like maybe an hour left, and I remember saying, "This is the home stretch, yay!" And in the last 10 minutes of the ride, I hear boom, right? And I'm just minding my business, asleep. I'm like, whatever. I don't know why that didn't wake me up. But all I hear is Fletcher go, "Get out of the car, get out of the car, get out of the car. The car is smoking, get out of the car." And I was like, oh, what? Why do you want me to get out of the car? Why? It's the middle of the night. Why are we getting out of the car? Are we here? And Fletcher's like, "Get out of the car." And so I look forward and I see the airbag that came out. And I was like, oh my gosh, get FJ, get FJ, get FJ. So Fletcher went to get FJ. And I'm taking my sweet time getting out of the car. Like, if this was a real big, bad situation, like, I would have blown up for sure. But anyways, I'm getting out of the car. And I'm like, what happened? And Fletcher's like, we hit a deer. And so, to set the scene, it's nighttime. We're in the middle of nowhere. And we're on these back roads. And so, obviously, the deer just, like, ran out of the woods, and there was like no way to see that coming at all unless you have like Raven Simone foreshadowing, like that's I feel so much older saying that because I know that my brother and like kids these days have no idea what I mean by that. But anyways, unless you can see the future, there's no way you could prevent a deer from just running out of the forest. And so I was like telling Fletcher, don't panic. I'm going to call my parents. Like literally the week before, I had just experienced a situation with someone else who had gotten into a car accident. So like I already knew like half of what to do, to be honest. Nothing complicated. I didn't know how to do the complicated stuff like insurance stuff. But I knew like the basics. Don't move the car. Call the police, etc. So I told Fletcher, you call 911 on your phone. I will call my parents on my phone. And I was feeling very much like, I know what to do. We're okay. And plus, I'm in my surrender to God era. So I was like, this happened because God wanted it to happen. Don't stress. Don't fear. The Holy Spirit is near. Okay? Anyways, so it took honestly forever for the police to come. There was so many civilians who came to us first. It was crazy. Like, small town, everybody knows each other, super friendly, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like what a what a wonderful place to live. Like, it was giving Mystic Falls. It was giving like all of those cowboy romance movies where the girl leaves and she comes back and she falls in love with her first love. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was giving those vibes. It was giving town hall and council meetings with the mayor. It was giving that type of vibe. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. The middle of nowhere. But yeah, it was amazing, honestly. I wasn't thinking about my car at all. I was just glad FJ was safe. I was safe. Fletcher wasn't hurt. And honestly, that the deer didn't break up into pieces, because that's nasty. Nobody wants to see a deer looking all gross. So deer had only internal injuries. Thank you, God, Lord, because I wouldn't want to see that nastiness. I don't like blood. I don't like none of it. So the deer just looked like a normal deer. It just looked like it was sleeping. It didn't look like it was dead, but it was definitely dead. Anyways, it took a while for all of the stuff to happen, and the tow truck to come and the police officer to come, etc., etc., etc. But once all of that happened, we were able to get a ride to our destination by one of the people in the neighborhood, and it was really nice. And I was very happy that we were able to, get where we needed to go safely. Thank goodness my parents were also coming. They were a few hours behind us because we decided we wanted to leave super early so we could explore. Little did we know we were leaving super early so that we could hit a deer and still get to our destination before my parents did. So yeah, we did have like an hour or so before my parents arrived. Actually, it was maybe like an hour and a half before my parents arrived. So we did get some time to what would have been time to explore, but we didn't have a car. So we were just kind of sitting around. But yeah, I guess that was our time to decompress and accept what had just happened. Although I wasn't upset at all. I feel like I've had this car since I was 16 years old. I am going through this transformation, and there are so many things that need to go with the old version of me, and I honestly feel like the car was just one of those things, because in the last couple of weeks I've been feeling like I want a new car, 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 or like I want a mom car, I want to upgrade. Like, I feel like the Mitsubishi was great for a teenager, but it's not great for a mom with a baby and a husband. So when the car had to go, I was like, hey, that just was God. God was hearing my prayers, but I wanted a new car and said, you want a new car? Okay, let me take the old one first. So now, I have a feeling that it's going to be totaled, just because the airbags came out and there's so many things. But even if I were to get it back and fix it up, I just don't know if the opportunity were to present itself to let that car go and get a new one, or to even just be a one-car family for some time. I personally feel like I would choose that choice, just because I definitely am outgrowing the Mitsubishi. But anyways, the Mitsubishi Mirage, if you know Mitsubishi Mirage, super tiny, super compact, super cutesy, and super not for mommy, okay? But anyways, we spent the rest of the vacation. It was literally just a day trip. We were supposed to go up there and explore and then come back. Literally just a day trip. 8-hour drive. A little bit more because we kept stopping to see different things. But yeah, honestly, I just feel like it wasn't a waste of a trip. I feel like I learned a lot about what I want in my day-to-day life. I learned that I want to value family. I learned that I want a village. I want a sense of community. I want in my life to be close and interconnected with the people that I love. I don't like the independence, the distance. And at one point in my life, that's what I needed. And I don't think I need that anymore. I don't think I need to prove to myself that I can live just me, Fletcher, and FJ. And I feel like that was what was happening before. I wanted to prove to myself that it was possible for us to pay all these bills by ourselves without any help. I wanted to prove to myself that it was possible for us to be financially comfortable on our own. And honestly, this last couple months where we've been able to just like set aside money that we've gotten for help from people and pay all of our stuff on our own and be financially comfortable, I'm like, wow, okay, we can do it. But I feel like it's better to, instead of doing things like moving away from family, to really like build your village and stay close to your family. Plus, I've been reading a lot of books about parenting and about relationships, about marriage, and all of these things. And I've been reading my Bible and I have to work on going to church because we kind of fell off because we had got that cold. But anyways, I just feel like, how can I explain this? I just feel like God is moving me in a direction. Like I'm just shedding things so fast. My entire diet has changed completely. Throwing out things. I'm starting to take on some like minimalist characteristics. It's almost as if, I was convicted for the spirit of gluttony, but it's not just about food. It's about my possessions. It's about my desire to have more and more and more and more. So I was convicted on the spirit of gluttony, convicted on the spirit of laziness, got this walking pad, been going outside more. I just feel the need to move my body, and when I don't move my body, I feel depressed. Convicted on the spirit of fear. I feel like, why am I anxious? Why am I nervous? Why am I stressing? There's no need to stress. There's no need to control, because the only person who's planning anyway is God. And if I keep trying to plan, I'm interfering with His plan in the season of surrender. Convicted by the spirit of the spirit of alcoholism, the desire to drink, not just the spirit of alcoholism specifically, but the spirit of addiction, as in like, I don't want to be sugar. Like, I've noticed I can't eat one brownie. I have to eat 5 or 6. I can't eat one pretzel. I have to eat the whole bag. Like, I just need sugar-free everything because addiction. Same thing with caffeine. In order to get to South Carolina, I had like 3 monsters. Am I going to do that again? Probably not, unless absolutely necessary. Because today, I feel so groggy. Today, I feel like I just need a coffee. So now, and I saw a video on YouTube. Somebody said, trying to overcome sleepiness. Overcoming sleepiness. And I should have watched it, but the title was enough. All I needed was to see the title. Overcoming sleepiness. I have to overcome sleepiness because of the fact that I drank all of that caffeine. So look, caffeine, sugar is a no. Not that I'll never have a coffee, not that I'll never have a sweet treat, but in excess, it is so dangerous for me. The same with alcohol. Like, one drink is fine. And then when you're mixing that stuff, like, you can get yourself an alcoholic beverage that's filled with sugar. You can get yourself a Monster, caffeine filled with sugar. And it's just like, why are we mixing crack with... why are we mixing crack and meth? That's basically what we're doing here. With caffeine, sugar, and alcohol. Why are we mixing drugs with drugs? Okay? Like, we're... being crossfaded at this point. Too much going on in the system, and I feel like I'm just hyper aware of it all. I'm sitting here like looking at the things that I'm eating. I don't know. It's almost as if, because I was convicted by some of these certain things, it's swarming my life. I feel like it's overpowering everything. I know I put some jam on my bread, my toast, and I was like, I could probably make this. Like, I went into the store and I saw all the cans, and I've been buying cans of vegetables and stuff, and I was like, I could probably can these. It's literally just the food and water in a can. You know what I'm saying? I like making bread. I'm moving from stay-at-home mom to homemaker. And then I kept on battling with myself. Do I quit my little side gig? Do I quit my little side gig? Right? Over and over and over. And then boom, car gone. I don't have a choice. God said quit that job, okay? I don't have a choice. And if it wasn't for that happening, I never would have did it, because I began to get greedy. See these nails? For these nails and my toes, $130. I said, okay, I'm never quitting this job because I love the luxury. I became greedy. I enjoyed sitting in the sin of greed. And I was never going to leave. I'm telling you. And I think it was the government assistance that did it. Having that $500 EBT per month, having WIC, having this extra money from a side gig. Oh my gosh, I became greedy so quickly. I said, I want more. And I was aware of it. I was aware that I was becoming greedy. And I told God, I said, I'm being greedy and I love it. I am never going back. I don't feel convicted by the greed whatsoever. And then the next week, the EBT didn't come back. The next week, my car's gone. Like, do you see how fast God was like, no. It was giving, I ate the fruit off of the tree I wasn't supposed to eat, and God said, get out my garden. So, yeah, I was blessed with a lot of things, and he took them back. Because I didn't know. I wasn't able to stay humble when I got new things. So, yeah, got to work on that. And then maybe God will let me back into his garden, because I was not living in God's will, and I was comfortable not living in God's will. So, yeah. Anyways, as you can see, I have been changing drastically in my spiritual world, in my physical world, and I do want to keep up with these little chats and these little updates, and just kind of a mix of visuals with what's in my life and the talking, but we'll see. I'm kind of moving towards more of documenting my life in the eyes of God. Like, I want to show my spiritual transformation more. Before, my channel was all about like, watch me become successful, but I feel like success is not physical. Success is spiritual. So now the goal is watch me grow with God, because at the end of the day, the only thing you need is Jesus. And if you idolize anything else, he will take it away, because you are not supposed to idolize anything else. But yeah, I got this planner, I got this standing desk, and this walking pad, and now we're going to be getting my life back together and learning how to become a homemaker. I changed the title of this video. Instead of it being like 21-year-old stay-at-home mom, it's 21-year-old homemaker, because my job is to steward the home. My job is to build the home up, and that's what I want to do from now on. I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom. I am a homemaker. That is my career, and I'm not going to let anybody tell me otherwise. But yeah. FJ's getting a little antsy, so I'm going to end this video right here, and I'll see you guys in the next video diary. Bye!